Brenda, you are silly. You're on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is having an awesome Sunday, and I'm not going to take a lot of you guys' time, but I'm going to get right into the questions. Want to show you guys some things, give you some updates, some corrections. There's some things I've been paying attention to when it comes to this particular device, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. It's about this particular device. So this is the 3-in-1 slimming and beautifying machine. Some people call it the laser lipo cavitation machine. So many different names to it. And the one that I have has quite a few different settings that you can use it on your body and on your face. It also has these things here that I have not used. So I am just going, hey, Vanessa, I have just gonna, I haven't used these yet. So I don't know if I will. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so it's about this device. So let's get into the questions because I know you guys want to know the answers to them. So updates. It's on my phone because I had to go through all of the questions. I have been going through them for a while. So give you guys some updates. The truth is, I have not been consistent with this device. I haven't been consistent. Not the way that I would like, or not the way that some people say you should be when using this. So do I think it'll work? I can't really give you that answer because I haven't really used it to the effect that I would have liked to see some results. However, I did use it for approximately 2 weeks. I did it 3 days out of the week, and I lost about half of an inch off my lower boot, my lower, what the hell would I say lower booty, my lower pouch of my stomach. But that's all I can give you guys. I can't even show you any really results because it's been a month and I haven't been consistent, and I have been too busy doing other things, which means I had to go back and change some habits within my lifestyle, and I'll talk about that later. So the first question people were asking about updates, that's the best that I can tell you. Did it work for me? I can't really say that that device actually was what worked. It could have been my diet. It could have been something that I've done or it could have been a whole combination of different things along with the use of the device as a supplementation. So the second question I've been getting a lot on, and this is on by email, through YouTube, through Instagram. Does it really work to burn localized fat? The device, how it works, and then I can answer that question. How it works is that it's supposed to give some kind of sonic wave through it, and there's certain products that you need to use with it. And what it does is it creates this sonic wave, or this wavelength, that causes your fat cells to burst open, and it releases the contents that are inside of your fat cells. You always have the same fat cells, and what they do is they can shrink or they can grow based off how your lifestyle is. So that's what this device does, is it makes your fat cells rupture, the contents come out, and you are supposed to do quite a few things. I don't say quite a few, but quite a few things in order to make sure that those the contents that was in your fat cells expel through your lymphatic system. That's sweating, peeing, a whole lot of different things. So that's how the device is said scientifically supposed to work. But does it really work to burn localized fat? It all depends. It's too many different factors involved. This is not something where I can say yes, because it may not work for someone else, but it may work for someone else. If that makes sense. I can't say yes indefinitely, because your body, my genetic makeup, your genetic makeup, everybody's genetic makeup is not the same. So localized fat and how they gain that and how easy it is to lose it or not has a whole lot of other factors involved besides just using a device. Okay, so I want to make sure what I'm saying to you guys is clear, because this you guys want to know about it mainly because there is a emotional need that you're trying to fix, and you think that the device is going to do it, and the device is not going to do it. You have to know the proper thought pattern and mindset that you're in order to use it as a supplement and not an end all or be all to lose or tighten loose skin in your abdomen. So, does it really work to burn localized fat? It all depends. There's too many different factors involved, and I can't give you a yes, and I can't give you a no either. So, there it is. Is this sponsored? This video was never sponsored. However, it has been stolen. Quite a few of my videos have been stolen for the benefit of others who use my content. It's easy to use anybody's content off YouTube and make it your own or use it to advertise, or I know because I do it myself. I don't do it against other people, but this is what I do for people's business, and I know how the system works. I know how it works, and I'm not bothered by it being stolen, because what it did is it brought you guys to me, and I can tell you the damn truth. So, is this device a scam? I can't. Some websites are a scam. I'm going to show you guys something that a fellow follower sent to me. If you guys think that I don't look, okay, there it is. I think I found it. So her name is J Megan 1. I don't want to give her full real name. Well, it's Jessica. Okay, so there we go. Hey, she sent this video to me on Instagram. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's gonna play. But it's the first thing that pops up, which I found that quite interesting. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm a little mad that I didn't show you guys a video progress, because I don't look like I'm a little bit more smaller in the waistline than that. But this video is being used as an ad on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. And I am going to tell you, do not buy from that ad, period. You heard me say it. Reason why? Because anybody that takes someone else's content and use it for their benefit to attack at your insecurity is not who you want to spend money with. I did not do this video for this purpose. I did this video for me, and I wanted to share it with you guys, and I'm sharing the journey of it at that time. So no, it was never sponsored. I got this device from Amazon, and it was only about $50. So I've heard that people have purchased it either from that link or some other link that they've seen on another social site and paid $80, probably paid $200. Like, really, guys, think about it. Like, that kind of thinking and that kind of way of shopping because of an insecurity, like, really. And I'm just being loving but honest, and probably a little bit brutal in how I'm saying it, because I'm the one that's using the device too. But still, like, really, guys, it's not that serious. But it's not a sponsored video. Yes, people have come to this video to find out more, and I was like, yeah, it's been long enough. I need to give you guys updates, but I'm just gonna have to do it differently because I wasn't consistent in using it. So I did answer the question of where I got it from, and I'm looking over here because my computer is here and I'm able to actually answer questions once I get through these 10. Thank God, there are only 10. So 1, updates, haven't used it consistently enough to tell you that. 2, does it really work? Depends. 3, is this sponsored? No. 4, where did I get it? On Amazon. There's many of them on Amazon. They are all at different price points. Pick your price point. Mine was only $50. So that's totally up to you. Can cocoa, now these are questions that were asked within, they either came to me by email, Instagram, or within the YouTube channel. Comments for the past video of me even introducing, and I'm pulling it out again because some of you just coming in, me introducing this device. Can cocoa butter lotion or cocoa lotion, I believe, be used on the skin while using the device? So I am going to shout out Queen Row for this, because I already knew what to say, but then when I saw this comment, this is probably the best way to say it. And this gives me the impression that this person is experienced in this. So Queen Row, thank you for commenting to that person. The cavitation wave transfers that happen through this device, because when you cut it on, the lights pop out and it gives this kind of like shake noise, like vibration. It only works better through water-based gel. So when I did the video, I was using a cream base, which does not work as well as a water-based gel. So aloe vera is probably a good idea, because that's what I was thinking, like, oh, the cream probably should be using something else differently. So using aloe vera or a water-based gel, that will help so that the water wave, the transfer of the waves would actually do something. The creams don't do the same thing. So thank you, Queen Ro, for responding to that one. But it gives you better results if you use a gel, water-based gel product. Okay, so that's what you want to use. So cocoa butter, baby oil, coconut oil, the cream that I used in the previous video, which said that it was to use with the device, but obviously it's not the best choice. And I think the reason why that actually worked for me, because it actually works without, that cream actually works without using the device. But that might be a thing. So it has to be a water-based gel or aloe vera gel. That's a good way. 6, no coffee before using it. Why? That was a really good question. I'm going to thank Tamara Fully Love for responding on this one. I already knew the answer, but I didn't get a chance to answer it. But I'm glad this person particularly answered this question. Why not? Okay, so caffeine does 2 things. The device, if you drink if you drink caffeine before you use this device will attack the caffeine first before it even attacks your fat cells, which is mainly the purpose of why people want to use this, because scientifically, and with so many people saying, what it actually does is it ruptures your fat cells to release the content, and you expel it through your lymphatic system. Well, if you have caffeine or food, anything other than water before using this device, you will not get or see results. That is also a what's the word I want to say? That's also something that it wasn't caffeine. I wasn't drinking enough water, and I was using the wrong product to use this with. I needed to use a water-based gel product. So aloe vera gel is what I'm going to be using. But caffeine, that was easy for me, to not use it if I was going to be using this. So that's okay. But that was what was told to me from the professionals that I have went to actually have this procedure done, that I have gotten results from, but they don't last forever, guys. You gotta, there's a lot of things you need to make sure that you are up to par on with your lifestyle habits to maintain those results, and also understand, as a human being, you're going to fluctuate in how you look and your weight. So with all of that said, caffeine before this device is not going to work, because this is going to attack the caffeine first before it actually attacks the fat cells, and that is a waste of your money and time. There. Cool. So that's why. So thank you, Tamara Fully Love, for mentioning that. And 7, what to do with the other parts. Now, I can't really give you too much information on the other parts, because I haven't used it for anything other than my lower waistline. But there's an EMS, there's infrared, and then there's the sonic, which that creates the wave pattern to rupture the cells, the fat cells. So when you cut it on, which is not on, you would tap the sonic twice. You want it up on high. So I don't know if you guys can see that. But there's a high and low setting. So the low setting is for the face. The high setting is usually for larger body part areas. And then the infrared around the perimeter, there's lighting that comes through it. So it heats up and it gives the sonic wave that comes through it. Now the EMS is actually this, and it comes with some cords that you put to it, and it's supposed to tighten certain areas, muscle, not skin. It's going to tighten muscle, but that's from just researching and getting an understanding of how this machine or any other machine like this where you pay more than $50 for works. But all of that is within the instructions. So if you do not have it, when you do decide, if you choose to, read the instructions. If you already have it, read the instructions and then go a little bit further and continue watching this video and do your research. I know it's probably hard to find a lot of people who have done any results, or you probably hard time to see reviews on it. But the reality of it is, everybody is different. So you're not going to get any definite results that's going to say, hey, I should use this. You're just not, because you have to try it for yourself to see if it works for you or not. All right, 7. What to do with the other part? Oh, I already did that. 8. Can you do this after eating? I've already mentioned that, but even the professionals say you should only drink water. And after maybe about 10 to 30 minute sessions with this thing cuts off every 10 minutes. So you can restart it every 10 minutes and get up to 30 within one session, but you don't want to use it any longer than 30 minutes with one session. How often you choose to do it is up to you. I'm going to share with you what my original schedule of when I was using it for those 2 weeks were. But they say you should only drink water, and then you should do some form of cardio or activity or exercise so that your body can release the contents that has come out of a broken cell or a ruptured cell, to come out of sweating, pee, all of you guys know what I mean. So that eating and drinking anything other than water is going to be a problem. So that's the best way I can say that one. 9, can you use it for your face? Yes, we've already identified that. And 10, what about stretch marks? Okay, so here's my thing on stretch marks. They're a part of your body, guys. There are some people whose stretch marks actually fade over time, and then there are some people where it just progressively gets worse. That has everything to do with your genetic makeup and your body and you. This device, it has not said that it's supposed to get rid of stretch marks. That is a skin thing. This thing is supposed to get rid of or shrink localized fat, or what we call stubborn fat areas. That's what we want to call it. So that's what this device says it's supposed to do. Now, there are other things within this device that has other settings that are supposed to do different things, and it claims that it's supposed to help tighten the skin. It claims it's supposed to get rid of stretch marks. But the reality of it, guys, is it's a part of your body. Like, why do we think that we are going to continue to live with no stretch mark? Like, okay, I digress on that one. It's a part of your body. For some people, it'll fade over time, and for others, it may never fade over time. It just all depends on you. If you are the first or the latter, just get used to knowing that it's a part of your body. It's not an ugly thing. It's just your body, okay? Yeah. So, this device, who is it best for? If you don't have a lot of weight to lose, this is probably good for you. If you have a lot of weight to lose, or you have an extremely extended belly, you need to figure out if it's bloat or fat or both. And once you figure that out, you need to change your habits, not go and buy a device. Period. So that's one of the people, or I would say one of the group of people that it'll work for. If you don't have a lot of weight to lose, you just got a little bit of fat you're trying to get rid of and trying to slim it down, then I would see why you would probably choose to use this. Um, those who have a proper, or I'll say a balanced diet, I won't say proper because what's proper, whatever you enjoy eating and things like that. But I will say that sugar is a problem for the Americans, the standard American diet, or just about anybody's diet. We tend to grab for the stuff that's not beneficial for our bodies, but you're going to have to get a handle on that. So someone who has a balanced diet, this device could work for. And I say it could work for. I'm not saying it does. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying it could work for. I'm trying to constantly give a disclaimer here. It also can possibly work for people who have an active lifestyle. So if your diet sucks, and I'm just going to say it straight out, if your diet is full of shit and you are inactive and you are stressed to death, why are you buying this? Yeah, why are you buying it? Why are you not fixing the most important things first? Is what you put into your body and what you put into your mind and your emotions. Those are the things you want to fix or get a handle on first before even looking for a device. The world or the industry or society or whatever we want to say, the marketing agents, all of them, they are preying on your emotions and your insecurities. Okay, I'm not above that myself either. I have my insecurities too, but I have a balanced view of it, even though I do try to use certain things, but I have a balanced view of it. And I understand it's just a part of life, and it doesn't make me less beautiful. It doesn't make me less intelligent. It doesn't make me less anything. It just makes me human. But I like to use the little devices and see how it works. And if it works, that's cool. I'll keep it. If it don't work, I'll try something else. But I'm not afraid to try things despite whether it's a part of my insecurity or not. Because I know there are people out there that have the same feelings and thoughts about things, and they want it too. So they want to see if it works or try too. My routine. Yeah, so who is best for those who got a proper diet, has a good active lifestyle. That includes building muscle too. And I'm really probably speaking to those over 35, probably over 40. The more mature crowd, because it's usually harder as you get older to lose weight. But you got to get that activity going. You got to build some muscle. You need strength. You got to have a good proper diet. And you can't be a person that has a lot of weight that you need to lose. You need to do it the correct and traditional way, not the fast and think it's going to work real quick for you way. And even if it does work for you, whether you use this device or you go to a professional and have them do it for you and spend hundreds of dollars and you get the results, you still need to know how to maintain that. So do that first before this device. Stress management is another thing that you guys probably want to think about when it comes to using devices or overall trying to lose weight, because I know that's what most people actually come to the community for, is to find out how can they lose weight, how to get motivation into that, how to stay consistent, how to find the discipline. And I'll be able to help you guys. Just bear with me. I own companies, I run other people's businesses, and there's a lot of stuff that I do behind the scenes that you guys, as me as Beauty Cut Right, don't get to see. That's Nakia, and that's my name. But here was my what do I want to say, my schedule and how I use this device. I get up in the morning, and the first thing I do is get myself ready to go to the gym. It was during the time of the stay home order, so I have a gym in my home. That's, no big deal. But got up in the morning, got myself ready for gym. I would drink some water, and then I would use this for 20 minutes. I didn't go to 30 minutes because I didn't feel like sitting there just like, yeah, you guys get the point. But I did that 3 times out of the week. I didn't do it every day. Am I saying that's the best schedule? No, that's the best schedule for me. You can do it every day if you want to. You can do it every 3 days or once a week. The time is totally up to you. If you think 10 minutes is enough each session, that's fine. But you don't want to use it no more than 30 minutes a session, because you can ruin the battery life, I guess. You can ruin the life of the device. So that was my schedule. I would do that, and then I would immediately go ahead and do my workout, whether that was, and I know I had to make sure I did some cardio, and then weight training if that was a day that I would do some weight training on. So I kept it very simple. I didn't overthink it. Even though I was using the wrong product, I was using a cream base when you should use a gel base, water-based gel product. And I just really honestly wasn't very consistent with using it. I think I am now going to be, because now I have a better understanding of the right product for the right results. So that's one of the reasons why I can't give you the best updates on it, because I can't give you updates on products that weren't correct to use with it. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what was up. I know everybody wanted to know about this device, whether you should buy it or not. Again, a disclaimer, I can't tell you what to do. I can't say that you should, and I cannot tell you you can't. All I can do is just give you my experience, and you make the adjustments based off, what you hear. I know there's not a lot of Black women actually doing this, I guess, in this manner. I have found some, but not many. They usually go out and go to a professional and do it, and I have done that, and you have seen videos of that, whether it's on this channel or on my Beauty Cut Right Fitness channel. If you're not subscribed to that one, you might want to go back, because it'll be 7 years August 13th, and I'm going to reopen that channel back up. I needed to get away from that channel because I wanted to stop feeling pressured of having to be and look fit for the camera. I wanted to be me, and I wanted to be healthy, and I needed to find my own way of doing that. And I was sharing that mostly within the community, and my biggest thing is diet. So, and that's what I enjoy doing. So I'm going to look and see if you guys have any questions, because the only way I can see is over here. But if there is a question you have that I didn't already mention, just let me know. I know somebody asked, does it work? And I mentioned, I can't really give you that answer. Everybody's different. It may work for some, and it may not work for others. Oh, where we at? There we are. I didn't do the community meeting today. I wanted to get this video out because I was literally bombarded with emails about that video. I was. Let me make sure I answer that question. We should start the challenge over. I wear size 9. I know, because people are looking at my shoes back here. I'm a Steve Madden shoe fan, so it's pretty much all of those shoes are Steve Madden. But I wear size 9. And we will definitely start the challenge over again, and we will use aloe vera gel. Thank you to Queen Ro for that. Yeah, that was really sweet of her to answer that. Yes, Demi, I like this, what you just said. Everyone has to do their own research. If you're interested enough, you will. There is no easy way. You have to put in the work, whatever that is for you. Blessings. Thank you, Demi. That is so, so, so true. You have to put in the work, and you got to realize that when you're up probably 12 o'clock in the morning, or even when you first wake up and the first thing you do is go straight to social media, and you're already in a certain state in the morning or at night, whatever that is, emotionally, and your insecurities pop up in your head, which is understandable because we're human. And you're buying devices and things, and you're not even thinking about, okay, wait, what am I going to eat that's going to be beneficial for my body? Am I going to drink water? Am I going to work out today? Am I going to reduce my stress level? that's really the reason why most people have a lot of excess belly fat, is because of stress. We're not even talking about the women who have had children and have done everything under the sun to tighten the lower belly. I do not agree. I don't want to say that. I think it's an excuse to say it's just being a woman. It's just an excuse. This is an excuse to that person that really wants that to go away. So if that person really wants that to go away, my suggestion, I don't want to say advice, but my suggestion to you is look into some form of procedure that can help tighten your skin, because that's usually, and then ab workouts and things like that. You know, if you've had children, I mean, I haven't had children, so someone mentions like, oh, it's the C-section, and I'm like, that don't apply to me. I'm childless. I've never had a baby, so I've never had a C-section. Mine is coming from the fact of, one, I've lost 70 pounds in a very fast period of time, within a matter of 3 to 6 months, I believe. Did a bodybuilding competition, gained weight, lost a little bit more, and it's just I'm getting older, so my skin can appear to be a little bit loose. And not to mention, I'm an entrepreneur, and it is a stressful life. So I have to pay attention to how much caffeine that I put into my body, because that can cause anxiety and jitters and things like that, and that can create stress in the body too. You got to learn to balance certain hormones. Cortisol is one of them. It's a good hormone for losing weight, but it's also a bad hormone if it's too high and you just constantly in a stressful state. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Split energy. What's that, Arnita? I want to know what that. Thank you. Oh, yes. Latrice said something really good too. Good eating, a form of physical activity, and using it may yield results. Yes, it may yield results. But I did mention who it could work for and who it couldn't work for. If you got a lot of, I don't want to say scale weight to lose, but if you notice that you have a lot you need to take care of with the way you want to transform the way your body looks, you might want to focus on the things that has been said time and time over and over again. Abs are made in the kitchen. It's all about what you're putting in your body. So the first thing I would advise is for you to cut down on the sugar intake. And that includes coffee. So, and coffee, you know, when I say coffee, it's okay to have black coffee. That's really good. But if you are a person that's prone to stress, you might want to just kind of leave that off to the table for a minute and change it to green tea instead, because caffeine can wreak havoc on your body whether you know it or not. You could be doing everything right, and it could be just the coffee that is causing internal stress in your body. Uh, mm-hmm. I like that. Are you right? It's a simple term for stress. Oh, split energy. Our inner being know what we want. Okay. And we do the opposite of what we know we should do. Good thing you don't drink it. I'm not saying coffee is bad, guys. Coffee has its benefits. It does help some people to lose weight. But if you're not one of them, then you would recognize it, especially if you're prone to stress. I'm prone to stress. I know that. Mm-hmm. Brenda says the right things. Yep. Once you reduce your stress level, that helps a great deal. It does. It helps a lot if you just stress. And stress is more than just physical. It's also emotional and mental as well. And I get that where she says the split energy, you know what you want to do. Overthinking is stressful. I wrote it down. Overthinking and overtraining or over workouts. Sometimes we just think that workouts is the only thing that's going to get us to lose the weight, and that can be very stressful to your body too. That causes cortisol if you're overdoing it. Find balance. Whatever that balance is for you, you got to find that for yourself. No one really can tell you exactly what it is but you. There's a lot of information out there that I know it's hard to decipher through, but they give you some basics. You can either choose to go based off your body type. You got the ecto, meso, and endomorph. You can check that out on my fitness channel. I talk a lot about that. If you're in the community or in the group, we have talked a lot about that too. You can follow according to that. There is the calories in versus calories out idea. There is the macro counting, you know, how much protein, carbs, and fat you should have according to your body type or according to your health issues. Those are things to pay attention to. But there's so many different ways that you can go about it. But the whole truth of the matter is you just got to find balance in what works for you. And you have to be okay with it, with you, the way you're doing it. And don't let somebody else's results or you comparing yourself to someone else torque you from doing what you're doing, because this isn't a get quick, I was going to say get quick rich, talk about something else. It's not going to be as fast as you would like it to be. I know it's easier said than done. I know that we gain body fat pretty quickly, but losing it can be very hard and very slow process. But it is what it is. Just do what you need to do if it's what you want. So I am going to, wait. Understood. Overthinking, yeah. That overthinking is so stressful. I've seen people overthink, and I see the stress in their face. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to act like I've never done that before in certain aspects of my life, too. But, again, it just takes practice of recognizing that you're overthinking and dropping it. If it's not going to matter in the next 5 minutes or the next 5 years, don't give it 5 minutes. Don't give it 5 minutes of your time. So I am so glad. Hey, Nicole, I see you. Miss Chi-Town Fit Queen. I hope you're doing well. We miss you in the community. So I'm going to close it. Go ahead and close it out. I am going to bring this up again. I am going to eventually find my way to doing this better with the right products. And I am going to do it in a challenge style again. But when I started it off, it was just kind of like we were all doing our own thing. I'm going to just be straight up honest. We were all kind of just trying it and see if it works. And I think my inconsistency probably caused others to be inconsistent too. And they're like, well, it didn't work for me. Well, it didn't work for none of us the way we thought it should, because we weren't consistent with using it to actually see if it actually works for us individually. So I am going to do that. So make sure you visit my website, beautycutright.com. I am going to redo my website, and I am going to do a course to teach you guys how to build your own freaking websites. There's quite a few of you that I have met within the community. We're about almost 600 strong that want to run businesses or have businesses and do not have an online presence. And this is what I do for other businesses and other companies and other entrepreneurs. And I want to teach you guys how to do the same thing. So I thought it would be fun that I show you how to do your own website by showing you how I'm redoing mine. But you are able to go to my website. You can join the community. We are going to be switching from the GroupMe app, because right now that's what it's on. We're going to switch it to Facebook, because I do want it to be a little bit more, a little less limitations, if you will, within that group, so we can share more and learn more from each other, and I could be able to do lives and things like that a lot more often instead of always doing it through Zoom, which I don't have a problem with Zoom. It's just better for my learning platforms as opposed to my groups. I want you guys to be able to go back and see those videos as often as you can, those lives, because we're all teaching something about our experience or what we know when it comes to beauty, fashion, fitness, health and wellness. I mean, we got a list. So I will see you guys hopefully within the next couple of days. I'm going to be in Texas this weekend, and then I'll be in Washington, D.C. the following weekend. I'm pretty busy. I do travel, but if you're following my baby, you've probably seen me be quite a silly person on his Instagram. So if you don't know who he is, I'll link him in his Instagram in the bottom. If you want to see how silly I really am, you'll see it through his, because he catches me every time. So I'm trying to get back on here, guys. Have I tried alternative day fasting? I'll save that for another video, but yes, I've tried all forms of fasting, and I don't really care for any of them. I know they work, but they don't work for me, or I don't care for them in that way. So enjoy, you guys, Sunday, and the Lizzie community, stay posted, because we're about to switch over, and it's going to be a fun switch over. Trust me. Love you guys.